All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Wahoo!
Here we go. 50. Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
First carry for Royce Freeman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Hey, exit. 50. Christian, Travis. You ain't got nothing. Get it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chiefs' 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's back.
And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already.
Just like that.
Block off of play action. Gets it off to Freeman. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
And the Broncos first down.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now it's Dixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, we gotta get this stop here, D.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Yeah, he'll find Hall. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 2nd down now, McFarland. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Check, 47. Yeah. Watch out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Yeah, let's get set.
And to give this time to the tailback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Yellow, I don't think you got it, son.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Get.
On 1st down, Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Ready.
Clock now to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Big series right there.
Mahomes now to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. He completes this to Sutton. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here we go, set. 15, Ronnie. 15 Ronnie.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Completes it to Dixon. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Set. 18, Gator.
Move. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. 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 44 to Mike. 44.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Rip left. Rip left. 44. 44. Mike. 44. Rip right. Rip right.
From the gun on third down. Lock toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And McManus able to put it through. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 29, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Mahomes going to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Yellow. Let's go, lady.
47. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down.
Yellow. Let's go, little lady.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
34 is the Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on,
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland about 3 yards there to the 27.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Watch the slant.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
You got blocked, man.
Hey, yo, go going.
53 is the mic. Watch QB drop.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Rock going to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses Understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
44, Mike, 44.
Locke to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Broncos.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Locke. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Locke. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Freeman. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Here's Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to work. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On first down, Locke. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Throwing now is Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He's first
filet,
time.
filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Locke to throw. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Look at me. Go.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Yellow.
I'm here all day.
What's that?
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Mahomes on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.